Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Lucky. You can call me Lucky if you like, and if you're a returner, thank you so much for coming back. So today I want to share a little interesting story with you guys. It's actually something that I experienced during my first year time in college. So yeah, so I would say just get your meal, take a drink, sit down, because this story is about to be really juicy and interesting. So let's get started. But wait, before we start, if you haven't subscribed, please do not forget to subscribe now or after you finish watching this video. It doesn't really matter, as long as you subscribe. I would really appreciate it. So without wasting much time, let's just jump straight into the story. Okay, so where do I start from? Okay, first of all, when I first, I'm sure most of you all know I go to USF. So when I first came here, I had a roommate, and this roommate was a very good friend of mine that I went to high school with, but I won't mention her name. Let's just say her name is Jane. Let's just say her name is Jane. So there's this other guy called, let's call him Ben. So Ben, who is also in Nigeria, that came from a Nigerian high school, liked Jane, and Jane didn't like Ben. We all saw Ben as a friend. Same thing for Jane as well. So, and this Ben is a very, like, I don't know, he acts like he has mental issues. He typically doesn't know when to like filter things, because obviously, like, we humans know there are some things that we see and want to like talk, but like being ethical and polite, like there are some things that you just have to see and mind your business, because there's no point talking, because if you talk you're gonna like escalate the issues. So just mind your business. But this one didn't have, Ben didn't have the ability to see things and walk away. He would rather talk, and he talks in such a way that you think he's like uneducated, or what's it called, I'm looking for the word. He just talks like he has mental issues, and like an illiterate. Yeah, that's it, like an illiterate. So basically this guy texted me and was like I should talk to my friend on his behalf, and I was like, I don't know, I told him no, that I could not, because my friend had already complained to me saying that she does not like him, and then that he's like disturbing her. So I already told him politely that she's not interested and stuff like that I cannot talk to her when you're not even her type to start with. And then this guy got mad, and then he went off on me. He was insulting me. He even went as far as insulting my family, was giving me all sorts of threats. And I was like, who is this guy talking to? So me, I didn't want to like talk back, because I was obviously going to like complicate issues. So what I did was I just let him continue with all the nonsense he was saying. Like, he was really like scaring me, honestly. So he continued, and I was just like taking screenshots of like everything that he was saying, and I was like, I broke down because it got to me. So I went to report to my RA, which is called resident assistant, or I don't know, one of them. But I went to report to my RA, and then she took me to her supervisor, and I showed the supervisor like the screenshots and all the threats. And obviously in America that classifies as cyberbullying, and the supervisor called the cops, and then the cops went to his own apartment, and because we all lived on campus but not in the same building, but his building was close to ours. So the cops went to the apartment, and they told him to stop doing what he was doing and kind of like keep his distance away from me. But the fool that he was, or that he is, he started shouting at the cops, saying that he's going to tell Buhari, which is like, for those of you don't know, that which is like the president of Nigeria, that he's connected to him, that he's going to tell Buhari that they're going to like what's it called, what did he even say again, that he's going to like fire them or something. And the police, they didn't really like go back and forth with him. They just told him to respect himself, and then they left. And then they came to me and told me that this is what he said, and I was like, this guy definitely has something wrong upstairs down here, because you and I know that you're not connected to anybody whatsoever. So my supervisor advised me that I should go to the so there's this office that deals with, I think is something advocacy and discipline. So I don't really know the name, but like there's this like office in my school that kind of like deals with issues like sexual assault, or if someone is like cyberbullying, or like if you don't feel safe on campus, anything at all, like you can just, or rape or anything. So this office, they deal with like everything when it comes to like student safety and security. So you go there and like lay your complaint. So I got a call from the office that someone recommended me to them. I was guessing it was the supervisor, because I gave her the permission to. So I made an appointment to this office, and then I went there and I told them the whole story. And afterwards they called my roommate as well, and then she told them the whole story from her own point of view. And later on, and these meetings were done like differently, so mine was done privately, my roommate's own was done privately. And then this guy, they invited him privately to hear his own side of the story, and I believe he was obviously exhibiting his stupid character. I think he was also being rude to them and acting like abnormal. So they, what's it called, so at that point I was still feeling very unsafe, because like the threats he was giving me, it was like so scary. And I'm so glad I don't really remember, but I know it scared the hell out of me, considering it was my first year as a freshman in a country I've never been before. And like I said, this guy was Nigerian still, but I was like, I need to be careful here. So I made it clear to them that I don't feel safe in the university, because considering that this guy is acting crazy, I don't know what he might do next, because he knows where I live and things like that. So first of all, they had to put some restraining orders, because my friend was taking a class with him together, so they had to like separate him and put him in a different section of that same class, so that he won't have any physical contact with her. And then the office told me that a group of community will address the issue, and then they will decide what punishment or what judgment is fair in the case, because cyberbullying was involved and my safety was also at risk as well. So and they also said that at the same time that he had, and during this process of like investigation or decision making, he has no right to have any form of contact with me and my roommate, and same thing for anybody related to him until the investigation is done. So during the investigation that the committee were doing or whatever, the guy's mother emailed my friend from Nigeria and was like telling her that we should close the case and blah 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 blah, that she's sorry on behalf of her son. And I was like, I'm not going to accept this, no offense. I'm sure you guys would think that I was very harsh, but I was scared to death, honestly. Like, I was really scared. I was this close to changing school. And then I took a screenshot of the email. I didn't reply. I told my friend not to reply. And my friend, who I was like kind of defending, was saying that she's feeling bad and everything, and that we should close the case. I was like, are you mad? This guy literally insulted me and went as far as insulting my family, and you expect me to close the case? No, because I'm not feeling comfortable. Like, think about it. If we close the case, you feel like we don't have mind, or like we don't have like we fear him, and then you keep intimidating us, and I don't want to have that kind of experience in college. So I was like, no, we have to deal with this issue. So I took a screenshot and I sent it to the office, and the office were like, they were like, the parents didn't have any rights whatsoever to contact me, and this just increased the case. And in my mind I was like, you guys do what's best, because I just want to be safe again, because I'm paying a lot of money not to be able to go to class without being scared or anything. So shortly, I think 2 weeks after, like, they called me and was like, this is the decision that is totally up to me if I want him to leave the university or close the case, because that was the decision. He had to leave because cyberbullying is something my school does not tolerate. So I was like, I don't feel safe. This is what I told them. I told them that I do not feel safe in the university if he is around. And then they were like, okay, they'll take it from there. 2 weeks later, I don't know, after 2 weeks I didn't hear anything from him. Nobody heard anything from him again, and my mind just completely like wasn't there anymore. I was just focused on school, and then the semester ended, and then the next semester started, and then I heard that the university kicked him out and sent him back to Nigeria. And I was like, wow, okay, cool. And then that's not the end of the story. Then so this happened in the spring semester. So during the first semester, I was thinking that okay, everything is fine now, case closed, he's back to Nigeria, his fault, not my doing. So because this guy was on scholarship, so I think the scholarship from like I think Nigerian government or something, but I think they took it away from him and stuff like that. But shortly after, because during when this thing was happening, I was living on campus. So during the fall, I started to live off campus in my own apartment. So one wonderful day, the police came knocking on my door, and I was like, it was the school police, and I was like, am I safe? And they were like, yeah, they just came to check up on me and see if I'm okay. And they called the guy's name and was like, asked me if he has ever contacted me ever since. I was like, no, I haven't heard anything from him, I don't even know anything. And they were like, oh, okay, they were just making sure I'm okay and stuff like that. I was like, yeah. They were not like, why they came was that he emailed the university threatening the university. I was like, the madness has not ended, like really. Okay. And then I was like, wow. And they were like, yeah, that they're handling the situation, that they just came to find out if he's still finding a way to contact me and if I was okay. I was like, yeah, I haven't heard anything from him and I'm okay. And they left, and then they went to my friend's apartment because she moved off campus as well, and they asked her the same questions, and she was like, yeah, she hasn't heard anything from him and stuff like that. And they were like, okay, they'll handle the situation. After that time, I didn't hear anything from him, nothing. And yeah, that's how the case just ended. I don't know what the university did or something, but that's how the case ended. And yeah, so moral of the story, or should I say something that I learned personally from this experience, is that like not everybody acts the way not everybody will behave the way you do, or not everybody is like normal. You think that the people around you are normal, but don't be surprised if you start seeing signs that they are not, because this guy's actions really like shocked me, and I was like, Jesus Christ, like this America is teaching me a lot of things when it comes to like friends, people, everything in general. Like I've learned to grow thick skin because the things I've experienced ever since I came here, it's crazy. And I will have more stories for you guys about my experiences and how I've come across like the worst people on earth, and it's crazy. It's really crazy. So something to learn, guys. Like, just be careful the kind of people that you have around you, and honestly, like, just be very observant around your environment, because people can really switch and show you their true character. You might be thinking you're having a conversation with a normal person, or you can say this person is your friend, but they'll just turn around and stab you in the back, or they'll just turn around and do something that will make you feel unsafe, and you don't want that, especially in a country where you're alone and you hardly have family members, because I don't really have any relative in America or anything, so it's kind of like hard. But at the end of the day, it makes you stronger, it makes you a stronger person, and just makes you learn how to stand for yourself, because your family or your best of friends will not always be around you. So just try to like keep that in mind. And yeah, and also know your resources on campus, because a lot of crazy things happen. So just know the kind of resources that you have on campus and learn to utilize them in the right situations, and you'll be fine. But anyway, that's it from me, guys. I hope you guys learned something. Please comment down below if you have experienced crazy people in college or during your college lives. I just want to like know what you guys have experienced as well. And yeah, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Once again, please do not forget to subscribe. We are still on the road to 200 subscribers, and I know we can do it very soon. So please like this video if you enjoyed my story. Give this video a thumbs up and share to your family, friends, enemies, boyfriend, girlfriends, wannabes, and stuff like that. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Do have a lovely day and goodbye.